Hello and welcome to Joe Knows the Cryptos. This is Crypto Joe. Today's going to be super exciting. We're going to do a little bit of weekly review, talk about what happened to Bitcoin this week, what happened in my own personal trading world, and last but not least, we're going to talk about the next big thing in crypto. This is the thing that a lot of people are talking about right now, and I looked into it and it is pretty exciting and pretty cool. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. First, let's get into this week's review in crypto. Let's talk about Bitcoin. As you all know, Bitcoin had about a 5% increase this week. You know, we went from 62.5-ish to about 65.7 where it sits this Sunday morning. About 65.7. And so, you know, we're right there. We're poised and ready to go after all of these months of consolidation leading into, you know, we had some lower highs and things like that. Now we've popped out of the trend. We're seeing higher highs, higher lows. We haven't hit the higher high yet, but I feel like we're going to get there. You know, this was all stemmed from, if you look back just a couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, the Fed announcing their basis point hit, you know, a 50 basis point drop and adding liquidity into the marketplace. So we're going to see this, and then as that Fed continues to lower their rates, which we will see, I predict there's two more FOMC, Federal Open Market Committee meetings this year, and I think we're going to see two more rate drops. You know, are they going to be 25, 50, or even more? Who knows? Not sure. The next one will be after the next election, or this coming election, which will clear up a lot of uncertainty. So let's get into a few things. Let's talk about Bitcoin inflows also. I mean, when you talk about Bitcoin, it's hard to ignore the inflows of Bitcoin caused by the ETFs, or the exchange traded funds. And if you look at this right here, 1 week saw $1 billion, $1.1 billion in net inflows. I mean, you look at BlackRock, ARK, you know, all these ones, Fidelity, they all had inflows this week. It was a really good week for the ETFs. Bitcoin, obviously, IBIT or BlackRock's leading the charge. I think BlackRock alone had, the net inflows were about 203. ARK 12 funds for the second consecutive. I mean, there's just a ton of net inflows into these things. I think on Thursday alone, we saw $657 million of inflows. Incredible. So Bitcoin, it is just cruising along. If you look at the charts, I mean, the chart from this week was very good. It was very, very bullish. We've been kind of trading sideways over the weekend. Not a lot of volume, trading sideways, waiting for that next hit of news. And this week there's going to be lots of inflation data. And obviously, the better inflation looks without killing the economy, the better chance of a rate cut by the Fed. And Bitcoin is watching the same indicators that stocks are looking at and bonds are looking at. You know, it's become homogenous with the rest of the investment world. So a lot exciting going on with Bitcoin. Net inflows are still very, very bullish and very, very positive. And then look, you know, I love this crypto fear and greed index. And if you look at this right here, you know, last week we were around neutral in fear and greed. You know, it's funny, when the price of Bitcoin is down, when I was buying, people were fearful and they were selling because they didn't want Bitcoin to go through the floor and get stuck with this Bitcoin. I'm a long-term holder of Bitcoin. I hold Bitcoin. I'm not saying you should do that. Obviously not financial advice. Don't do what I do in these things. But Bitcoin is, to me, a long-term asset. You know, I'm a buy and holder for the majority of my portfolio of Bitcoin is buy and hold. Now, I do have a portion of my portfolio that I trade with, and I'm going to talk about that in a few minutes here. But Bitcoin, great week for Bitcoin, 5% increase. If you look at, I love the crypto bubbles. This is so fun. Then last week, you can see the meme coins had a really good week. Pepe up 40%. Cat with hat, or dog with hat, 37%. Even Shiba Inu, 36%. So these are all the meme coins, right? These are the ones that, you know, some of them do stuff, some of them don't, but they had a really good week. But if you look at some of the ones that do things, XRP up 8.7%, AVAX up 7.2%. You know, you look at, let me find some other ones here, where the DOT, Polkadot up 10%. You know, let me see one more. Give me one more good one. Pol, which is Matic, actually, Polygon. It's not Matic anymore, it's Polygon, 5.4% increase. Pretty good. They took a hit when they had to transfer everything around. So these things, this is a good week. Look at the month. September is typically not a great month for crypto, but as you can see for this, it's been a great month for crypto so far. The year, still up crazy numbers on the year. So a lot to be positive about in the crypto. I know you look at today, it's Sunday. FTT up 81%. Is that today? Well, that's insane. That when it goes up fast, comes down fast. I don't know that for a fact. I don't know anything about it, but that's insane. We're going to be talking about one of these green bubbles here in a few minutes here. I'm going to talk about what a lot of people are talking about, but what I think is important to talk about, and that's what's next in crypto. But let's get on to my personal trading results, because we talked about Bitcoin. That fear and greed index, we're pushing more towards greed. That might be, maybe you take some profits off the table. I don't know what you're going to do. Maybe you just say that looks good for the long-term holding. Maybe you're waiting for that parabolic movement up. Not sure. So Bitcoin, a lot of inflows. The crypto bubbles, the meme coins are crushing it right now. It looks like we had a good week. We had a great month. And an even better year. So things are looking up. Market cap and day, I don't really want to look at this. The Bitcoin market cap trading, it's a Sunday. Not that important to me right now. So let's look at my own trading from this past week and my own portfolio of the ones I want to show you. And so EasyBot. Now look, I had a huge hiatus. Here's June. I was stalled out just with the market. I had a lot going on with my personal life. I had a lot going on with work. I had a lot going on in the world. But now I'm kind of getting to a place where I can look at this more. And now it's getting way more exciting because we're in that. I think we're about to be in the parabolic shift mode and altcoin season. Very bullish. So I have about $8,400 in my EasyBot account. I made about $79 gross in trades. EasyBot profit was about 1%, almost darn near 1%. I shoot for 0.5 to 1% a week. That is my goal. Now, some weeks, as you can look back here, we've done more like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7% in a week. Now, that's not typical. And I look, typically it's 0.5 to 1%. Here's a 12%, a 9%, a 7%. Some weeks are better than others. It's been pretty flat, gotta be honest with you. Now, I'm going to explain to you in a second why this is important, that it's been kind of flat. Look at my fees. I got crushed on fees with my Bitcoin trading. It's about, that's almost half of my profits, or more than half my profits. And I'll show you why. It's because I haven't been trading. And if you look at this fee, this is Kraken. I don't think I'm giving away any personal information on here. Just got to double check. This is my Kraken account, right? My fees, I've only traded about $15,000 in the last 30 days. Well, as you can tell, that's going to put me at a pretty high fee ratio. Now, the more I trade, the lower my fees get. And so, I'm used to being kind of down here, somewhere around here, which is, almost half the amount of fees in some of these respects. If I'm doing $250 a month, that's half the fees I'm paying now. But for the most part, I paid 0.25% per trade and 0.4 on the taker side. So I was getting crushed in fees. So as you see my trading volume go up, you're going to see these fees come down and my bot become more profitable. So going back here is, I got crushed in fees, but honestly, this is money I wouldn't have made had I not used the EasyBot. EasyBot, for those of you who don't know, is a crypto trading bot that you don't give EasyBot your money to trade. You keep it in your exchange. As you can see, I keep mine in Kraken, some in Binance, US, but they actually stopped that one. So right now it's Kraken for me, and I'll have some other ones here shortly. But that's what I do. I have the Pro account now. I used to have the Advanced. I upgraded to Pro. I think there's one more day left. I'll put the link down below, but I think there's 50% off these bots right now, and that's the best I've seen since I've been in this for over 2 years now. Haven't had any real losing days or trades. I had a couple, but that's because I pulled myself out of those. But I haven't had losing trades, and it's been going since February of 22. So almost 3 years trading. I've been trading since August of 22. And if you go back, look at my other videos, I've been talking about EasyBot for years now, and it hasn't disappointed me yet. So if you're not in a crypto trading bot and you want to look into it, EasyBot's a great one. My referral links down below, check it out. If you have any questions on it, I have a Discord. There's a link down to that below as well. You can always come into the Discord, ask your questions, and I know there's a lot of people, including myself, that would love to answer you. So let's go. I also do Pionex trading bots. And I put a little more money in there. I put $1,000 more, but I've seen a good return, mostly because the crypto itself has gone up, and I'm trading new pairs like Sol and BTC, I think AVAX and BTC and USDT. I saw about a 3% increase this week, 3.5%. A lot of that was in the crypto itself, but these bots are just churning out little profits, and they take little fees out. They churn out little profits, but it's a good way for me that I like to buy and hold. Link down for Pionex below as well. Coinbase, I'm just holding in there, and I've got some Bitcoin, and I got some Ethereum, and 45% increase since I started holding in there. So I'm pretty happy with that. I've been messing around with BTCC. There's links to all these things below if you want to get into it. I'm not telling you to, but if you're going to want to research it, they all give you certain advantages by going through my links. It also helps support the channel. Like and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Jonny Blockchain. This is a newer one I've been messing around with, and it's pretty neat. Their fees seem higher, but not really. I mean, look, you're taking out. I mean, I went 0.76 return this week on a small amount. I'm just testing the waters. There's a link for that below, as well as everything. I gotta stop saying that, can't help it. But Jonny Blockchain, very upfront. Their initial cost is not as much as EasyBot. They take some fees out, but that's to be expected. And they trade on either Binance US or Binance or a DEX. They'll actually change on a decentralized exchange, which I do it through PancakeSwap through MetaMask. Very cool. Check them out. So all in all, I saw my portfolio, this portfolio increase about almost 4.5% this week in general. So I'm going to be talking about this weekly, and I'm going to talk about what I do. This is my weekly update. I typically put these out on Sunday to let you know what happened this week in crypto. Were there any major announcements? But one more thing I'd like to talk about before we go is this is a thing that everyone's been talking about, and it's kind of neat because it's supposed to be an ETH killer, maybe a Solana killer, and it's faster, it's less expensive than Ethereum, and I think we might see some more things built on it. I'm talking about SUI. And so look at the year on this one right here, 287% up. This month alone, 120% up. This week alone, 19% up. So doing pretty well. This one exciting thing is they really, I don't say they've gone all in, but they have a very big place in Web3. Web3 they're doing, and Web3 gaming. They've put a big emphasis on Web3 gaming, and they actually have a piece of hardware. So I saw this. It's called the SUIPlay OX1, and $600. But the thing is that they say it's going to pay for itself. Now I don't know if I believe that or not. But let me see. Oh, I'm not even on my dang thing. Okay, so this SUI 1 is actually hardware that you're going to be able to play games on, and it has an extreme. What did it say? Experience seamless gaming anywhere. Your favorite PC games natively integrated. So it has hardware that works with Steam and some other things. It's $600, but they say it's going to pay for itself in the Web3 gaming and get paid to play type things. Don't know a lot about this world. I love gaming. I don't have as much time for it anymore, but I love gaming. So this is something that's interesting to me. So really excited to see how it plays out. Not sure how it's going to happen, but I know a lot of people are talking about it. It's worth a look. So right now, if you get into, let's just go to Dex Screener. I am a human, still a human. Okay, let's look at that. Let's look for SUI. Let's take a quick look at it. I know this might not be the most exciting thing on the planet, but look at this chart. I mean, it's insane. So we're gonna watch this one. We're gonna watch this one to see what it does. But in the last couple days, it's gone crazy up. I didn't draw those perfectly, but crazy up. So very excited to see what this one does. I'm gonna be watching it. Am I gonna buy some? Probably. I'm probably gonna buy some. Not anything crazy large, but I'm hopefully find a bot that will trade it. I think Jonny Blockchain will trade it. I'll double check and I'll let you know next week. I'll let you know if I put a position in that. But that's basically all I had to say. So Bitcoin, great week for Bitcoin, about a 5%. You know, the crypto bubbles up for the week, the month, the year, all looking very positive. Everything's pointing in the right direction for a parabolic move. That would be amazing. I've said since the beginning of the year, I think Bitcoin, not the beginning of the year, since the ETFs came out, maybe mid-January, that Bitcoin, I thought it'd have a $100,000 price target by the end of the year. And right now people are saying, I don't know, Joe, it's only at 65,000 and change. How is that even going to happen? And I'll tell you this, I don't know, but I just know all the excitement and interest. Look at where we were at the beginning of the year. We were at a place where people didn't know if Bitcoin would even survive, if they could survive the onslaught of our current administration of Kamala and Harris. Harris and Biden. Didn't know if it could survive that administration's onslaught through, Gary Gensler and weaponizing the DOJ against crypto and the SEC against crypto, because a crypto undermines a government's totalitarianism, a dictatorship of a government's ability to control you through inflation. And look, inflation has killed us. It's by design to pay off our debt. Not trying to get political. I'm just talking about facts. Bitcoin, the reason why I'm investing in Bitcoin is it protects me to some degree against inflation. So long story short is that Bitcoin has done very well this year. I still see a $100,000 price target. That's optimistic? Yes. Is it possible? Yes. Is it likely? We'll see. So Bitcoin doing very well. SUI, is it the next great thing? I don't know. It looks pretty interesting. I'm going to keep looking at it. No one's paying me to say any of this stuff at all whatsoever. I'm looking over at my notes, so I apologize. It's so hard to remember all these things these days. But this other thing, my own crypto trading is doing okay. Am I making 100% gains a day? No, I'm not. Overall, my total portfolio, I've had trades that are 100, 150%. I've had some ones that are losing money. Until I get a winning strategy on my own, I'm going to continue to use EasyBot and Jonny Blockchain and Pionex. And if you have any other suggestions, let me know. If you have any questions whatsoever, let me know. Join the Discord, subscribe, like, share. I'll see you next time.